Hey guys, quick update this morning. I've completely closed out of all my positions. The market, first day of the new year, trading in the red this morning. As you can see, the SPY is down 0.56%. Let's go ahead and zoom in here a little bit. Trading at 380. It looked like it was going to rally this morning. Got up to 385, but has since sold off a good amount to 380. So I pretty much got out all my positions. So just gonna look to wait to see what the market does. Gonna watch the VIX. Actually, don't think you can even watch the VIX on short-term futures. Yeah, so I'm gonna watch the VIX. It doesn't look like you can watch it on Robinhood, but like on TD Ameritrade or different brokerages out there. I'm gonna watch the VIX, see how volatile the market gets, and then maybe look to open up some more positions later. But right now, pretty flat, no positions on the board. Looking at the spreadsheet here, we closed out of all our positions. I think it's been like a week or maybe 3 or 4 days of trading, sitting on $275 of profit. We got out of our 2 swing trades for the shares. We made $4.75 on the QQQ shares and $5.80 on the AMD shares. Good thing we got out of those because it looks like it did dip further after we got out of those. So I think we got out at 267 for QQQ, and it's sitting at 264. So that was pretty good. We got out of that one there. And then same with AMD. AMD we got out at 65.50, and currently AMD is sitting at 64.27. So it looks like we got out a pretty good time on that one. It did sell off a good bit, like I was talking about. Could have got out a little bit better at 66, but we got out on the way up there. Actually, a little bit below that. But still, though, profit's profit. I'm glad we got out when we did. And then going back to the spreadsheet here. Sorry, let me switch it here. Yeah, so mainly we've been doing put spreads. We actually did a couple like debit spreads. So you can see this column here. If it's a debit, that means we actually paid to get into the position. These are shares, but these 3 are debit spreads, call debit spreads. We got in at 180 this morning. We got out of those at 198. So pretty happy with that. Our max would have been 200. But Robinhood, it is definitely hard to get out on some of these positions. You're going to have to pay a little bit to get out of them, unfortunately. But that's just, the nature of the game. But yeah, I think we're going to keep trying to go, using the same type of strategy going forward, using put spreads and debit spreads, just to try to grow this account and keep getting this account bigger and bigger. We're sitting at $4,700, I believe. Looks like the market's trying to rebound a little bit here. Sitting at $4,700, we're gonna try to definitely get to 5,000. That would be our first goal, and then after that, we can probably just go from there. Whether we want to try to make like a certain amount per week, or ultimately just this year make double our account, or however we're gonna go with. We're gonna just make adjustments as the market plays out, what it's going to do this year. Definitely coming off last year of a 19% down in the S&P 500, one of the most popular ETFs out there and indexes. So it'll definitely be interested to see how the market shakes out. A lot of people are bearish on. Actually, could be a good time to get in right now. Looks like it's trying to bounce off that 380. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the market does this year. After a huge red year last year, a lot of people are bearish. They're thinking that this year is going to continue to be a painful year for the markets, and then maybe next year things might start to turn around. But definitely, I'm interested to follow and see how things shake out. And try to make some money either way, whether it goes up or down, trying to make money, with options, whether that's selling, bearish call credit spreads, or, put debit spreads, or on the bullish side, selling, put credit spreads or call debit spreads. We're definitely going to try to document our journey and provide as much, feedback from our experience as we can. And then just, try to help you guys out, learn how to manage your risk, and, just some alternative options to invest. Ultimately, if you want to, passive way to invest long term, and you have a long time horizon, investing into low cost index funds are a great way to do that. And by all means, like my long term portfolios, like my Roth IRA and other brokerage accounts, I have that. I'm buying VOO, Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF, one of the most popular index funds out there. It tracks the S&P 500 index fund. But that's, one of the greatest ways to invest passively. You're going to get 8 or 9%. That's the estimate. Financial disclaimer. Not an advisor here, but that's just historically what it's done. But past years obviously doesn't indicate what the future is going to do. We've had a pretty bullish market the past 10, 15, 20 years. Some people think we're not going to, get those same type of returns in the future, but that's just the risk you have to take whenever you invest into the stock market. But historically speaking, investing into the S&P 500, you could expect anywhere between 7 to 10% per year. And that's a great way to grow your wealth over time. Options, hopefully you could beat that, but by all means you definitely can well underperform that too. So that's just something you have to analyze. That's why I like to have different types of portfolios, because I think there's different ways to, obviously there's just so many different opportunities in the market. You can make ways with just buying and holding. You can make money with selling options, buying options. There's just so many different ways that you can make money in the market. So that's why I try to use different strategies. And I'm young, so I have a long time to take risk. So that is why I'm trying to do that now. Take a risk while I'm young. Learn what strategy works best for me, with my risk tolerance and my time horizon, and make adjustments as I go. Obviously, this past year has definitely been a big learning year for us. We learned a lot, that not only that stocks don't always go up, but knowing how to manage your risk is a very important skill to have in your skill set. Understanding that investing should not be emotional. Getting emotionally attached to your investments can be very dangerous. That's why having proper stop losses in place are very crucial. Being someone good, being good at losing is a very important skill to have. Trying to put words to that. But yeah, just sometimes you just aren't going to pick the direction correctly, and sometimes it's better to just cut losses at certain levels and be okay with that. Like you're going to lose some. That's just part of the game. So understanding that and becoming good at not emotionally getting attached to your investments, I think, is something I'm striving to do and striving to get better at. It's definitely not easy. You always want to win, being competitive, but sometimes it's better to just cut your losses, understand what happened, why it happened, and just keep pushing on. I'm trying to stay in the game as long as possible. I don't want to take risks that could potentially wipe out my account and take me out of the game, because ultimately I would just be robbing my future self if I did that. So managing risk, taking on bets that I'm comfortable with, losing is kind of like the goal going forward. But yeah, I know I kind of rambling on at this point, but just some different feedback from my experience so far and the past year or so. Definitely stay tuned. You're gonna definitely be opening up some more positions in the future here. This is the spreadsheet. Let me know if you guys want me to make this like downloadable so you guys can use it. And I definitely can do something like that. Looks like Just got to bounce there. It's hard to say where the market's going to go, but yeah, guys, that's it for the video today. Stay tuned for some more progress videos for this small account challenge. I'm going to try to update as much as I can. But yeah, guys, if you're still watching, appreciate it. Please like and subscribe down below.